Oh, yeah. WNBA season is in full swing, man. And we've been treated with some outstanding games, man. We've been treated with some instant classics. We've been treated with some great individual play. But today, man, we got to talk about how Chicago Sky's general manager, Jeff P., fumbled the whole situation surrounding around Chennedy Carter. Chennedy Carter now plays with the Las Vegas Aces, and Chennedy Carter is off to a hot start in the first 3 games with the Las Vegas Aces. You are now tuned into a brand new episode of the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. I'm your host and the man behind the mic, K. Sapp. But today, man, we're going to talk about how Jeff P., Chicago Sky's general manager, fumbled the whole situation surrounding around Chennedy Carter. And we're going to talk about it right after this.
Let me put you on game. These other podcasts out here talking that shit, but ain't repping the same. It's my bro K-Sapp, chopping up topics for your optics. From politics to your cockpits. Tune in, you gotta watch this. Exclusive material for your radio, stereo, pumping high definition. Stop what you doing and listen. We smashing all competition. You better jump on this wave. Somebody pass me a mic, man, I got something to say.
Well, guys, you know I got something to say, man, and we're going to talk about Chicago Sky's general manager, Jeff P., on how he just completely botched up the whole Chennedy Carter situation when Chennedy Carter was a member of the Chicago Sky. Now, if you all just take a walk back down memory lane, you all know what happened. In the draft and before the draft, the Chicago Sky hired Teresa Weatherspoon as their coach. And that coach was put in place before Jeff P. took over the reins of the general manager. And what happened was Teresa Weatherspoon invited Chennedy Carter to mini camp. And Chennedy Carter got a roster spot with the Chicago Sky. And then what happened was in the draft, 2024 draft, they selected Angel Reese as the number 7 pick. And Teresa Weatherspoon advocated for Angel Reese and Chennedy Carter. Chennedy Carter, through the course of the season with the Chicago Sky, when she was inserted into the game and got that starting role, she flat out balled. She was the engine and the catalyst of that Chicago Sky's offense alongside Angel Reese. And what happened was they was the dynamic two. But then there was some narratives and some chatter out there that Angel Reese and Chennedy Carter wasn't getting along. They was just narratives. So in the midst of all that, Chennedy Carter ended the season. She was hurt. And what happened? At the end of the season, Jeff P. decided to part ways with Teresa Weatherspoon. And then as the offseason took place, he never offered Chennedy Carter any kind of unrestricted free agent deal. And that's because Jeff P. had this disdain like for Teresa Weatherspoon. That's why he let her go. And eventually he didn't sign back Chennedy Carter. And Chennedy Carter is well documented on the off-court issues, the on-court issues in different places that she's been in, such as Atlanta. We saw the incident that took place against the Indiana Fever, which a lot of people said that's the reason why Chennedy Carter was out the league. Nah, she wasn't out of the league for that. He was out of the league because Jeff P. just fumbled that whole situation, and he didn't know what he had in a superior guard of Chennedy Carter. It's well documented that Chennedy Carter, a road well traveled, Nobody took a chance on her after that because Teresa Weatherspoon advocated for her, and Teresa Weatherspoon was out of a job. But what happened was Chennedy Carter had to go overseas to prove everybody. When she was in China, she got the Good Conduct Award. She was getting her mental right. She was staying out of trouble. And she knew one day her name would be called once again. Teresa Weatherspoon reached out to the Las Vegas Aces coach, said, hey, you need to look at my girl Chennedy Carter, need to take a chance on her. And oh my goodness, she took a chance on her. And Chennedy Carter, her first preseason game with the Las Vegas Aces, showed why she was an electrifying guard in the WNBA, one of the best guards in the WNBA, one of the best transitional players. She then went overseas to China. She then worked on her three-point shot. And she is a 3-level scorer because she can get to any spot on the floor. She can pull up. She can get to the basket. And now she has extended her range from the three-point line. And the Las Vegas Aces are benefiting from Chennedy Carter's services. And Chennedy Carter comes off the bench and she's flat out lighting it up. Let's take a look at some of Chennedy Carter's stats that she is producing along the way. Chennedy Carter, in 2020, she was with the Atlanta Dream. 16 games. She averaged 17.4 points a game. 2021 with the Atlanta Dream, we know the altercation she had in Atlanta. 11 games there, 14 points a game. And then she played for the Sparks. We know it's well documented about the rift between her and the coach. She only played 2 games. She played 24 games, She started 2. She averaged 16 points a game. And then if you look at it in 2024 with the Chicago Sky, 33 games played, 20 games start, 26 minutes a game. She averaged 17.5 points a game. 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal. And now her first 4 games with the Las Vegas Aces, she hasn't started. She has come off the bench. She's averaging 21.5 minutes a game. She's averaging 19.3 points a game, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 steals. Can you say 6th Woman of the Year already? She is the front runner for that award. And a talent like this, for Jeff P not to give her another chance and to break up the whole band with the Chicago Sky, Jeff P fumbled the bag on Chennedy Carter mightily. Chennedy Carter is electrifying. She's must-see TV. She has it. She has the pizzazz. She has that Allen Iverson it factor, and she can flat out get it done. And that's why the Las Vegas Aces are hands-on favorite to repeat as the WNBA champions of the basketball world. And it's all because of the addition of Chennedy Carter coming off the bench, doing what a lot of people can't do. And she's a flat-out baller, flat-out competitor. And Jeff Pagliocca dropped the ball on Chennedy Carter. And kudos to Chennedy Carter for keeping her head level and coming back, showing the world that she belongs. And Chennedy Carter is probably top 5 in the league and best guards that play the game right now. Argue with somebody else because you're not going to argue with me. Chennedy Carter has written all the wrongs. And right now, Jeff P is sitting back, probably saying, wow, I fumbled the bag. I see everybody in the comment section, #salute. If you're not subscribed to the channel, do me a favor. Hit the subscribe button, turn your post notifications on so you know every time Simply Ball drops another hot banger. Oh yeah, just in case I forgot. Tell a friend to tell a friend. It might not be for you, but it might be for them. And this is going to wrap up another episode of the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. I'm your host and the man behind the mic, K-Sap. We're going to catch you on the next one. Deuces.
Thanks for listening to the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. Be sure to subscribe, like, and share on all major platforms.
That's all, folks.